The reason I actually supported President Trump during the campaign and then went to work for him was because I think he understood three realities that the other presidents did not. They did not understand that American foreign policy had evolved in the last 20 years. Now, the first reality was economics is everything. If the United States is not the sole, most powerful economic country in the world, we lose power. We lose diplomatic power, we lose military power, we lose the ability to have leverage over other countries. And I think the second thing that Trump understood that the others did not was that for at least 20 years we have been subsidizing the trade agreements and the economic development and the security agreements with our allies and even our competitors. And not only did they no longer need that kind of subsidy, we could no longer afford it. And then finally, to me, the most important was Trump understood the threat of China. The biggest strategic threat the United States has isn't from terrorism, or I don't think it's from climate change. I think it is from a China that wants to replace the United States on the world stage as not only the most economically powerful country, but once in that position wants to rewrite the rules of the world so that we're no longer on the American model, the democratic Western model, but we then become on the Chinese model of state-sponsored, a surveillance state, and then also a closed state capitalist economy. 2 years ago, our economy was flatlined. There was unemployment, and we talked about permanent unemployment and a jobless recovery. Well, in 2 years, Trump has completely turned the American economy around. We are now the fastest growing major economy in the world. We have record unemployment. In fact, employment across the board of every ethnic group, of women, blacks, Hispanics, you name it. There are more jobs for those people than have ever been in our history. The positive advantage of this is that it gives us leverage, which we didn't have before. And I think that's why Trump is using the economic leverage with, for example, with Iran. He has gotten them into a position where their economy is so vulnerable and ours is so strong, and we don't need their oil anymore because we're making our own oil. So I think that the way we deal with all of this is now that we have a strong economy, we can then stand up to the people who've been exploiting us and taking advantage of us, and we can use that kind of economic leverage that we have always had but have never been brave enough to use.